Okay. And Raphael has a question. So if it all fails through, like would you be interested in Joshua Usyk, Fury, Wilder 3 and the winners fight each other? Is that an I know you don't have ties to Joshua Usyk, but
Again, you're absolutely right. I mean, again, I think that right now the fight that everybody in the UK wants, the Mid East wants, the fight that is the hot fight is Fury and Joshua. And I don't think that, I mean, the UK boxing public would go for a Joshua fight that was not against Tyson Fury.
Okay.
Because the results on pay-per-view, even though they don't charge anywhere near as much as we do, the results on the pay-per-view on Joshua and Pulev were not as good as they used to be for Joshua. Now, it may be that people just wanted to see the big guy, which is Fury, or also because they're hurting also because of the pandemic and so close to Christmas, people didn't want to lay out money.
Got it. You mentioned pay-per-view. What's your thoughts on now the zone going to a pay-per-view model? It's $70 to watch Canelo.
Well, let me tell you something. For me, it's like a sucker born every minute. Because if I want to watch that fight and I wanted to watch the Golovkin fight, I would get the zone, pay $20 for the month, and see those two fights. Why would I go to a cable system or a satellite provider and pay $69 when I get the same friggin' thing for $20? I can't understand it. It's like madness. It's like a sucker is born every minute. I mean, I'm not saying I think Canelo and Liam Smith is a very good fight, but why would you want to buy it on pay-per-view for $69 when you can get it on the zone for $20?
Gotcha.
I mean, am I crazy?
Well, we're gonna see how many crazy people there are tomorrow.
I mean, there's a sucker born every minute that don't pay attention and really don't care about how they spend their money. I'm not saying that. I mean, I think I like that fight, Canelo Alvarez, Leon Smith, but I like it, for $20 on the zone.
Right. Callum Smith, he already beat the little brother.
Callum Smith.
Yeah, Callum Smith.
Yeah, Callum Smith.
So how come promoters in boxing is able to do that to boxing fans? Or like you said years ago, like where
it is not the promoter.
Who is it then?
This is the network.
Okay, take your time with that. I'm confused.
Because the promoter has nothing to do with it. In other words, the zone is paying Canelo X dollars.
Sure.
Right. Now, the zone is the one that has to figure out how they get some of that money back. And so they've come up with this bizarre idea. Let the pay-per-view guys sell it. And whatever comes in, we'll take our cut and it'll reduce the amount that we've spent for the Canelo Smith fight. And that is based on boxing fans, in their opinion, being dumb as shit. So they'll pay $69 for something that they could get for $20.
So at the end of the day, what's the job of the promoter then? If so the job is basically the liaison.
Nothing. Eddie has nothing to do with it. Canelo has nothing to do with it. The zone is stuck with a big bill to Canelo. And this is the way they can help maybe offset some of that money that they're spending. Don't blame the promoter. The promoter has nothing to do with this. So the zone has all the rights worldwide and they can charge anybody anything.
Uh-huh.
It's up to them. Has nothing to do with the promoter.
What can we? What are the promoters responsible for? Or the matchmaking? Is that the promoter's job?
Well, it depends. It
Okay.
depends. Like when Al did the PBC did the Spence Garcia fight,
Mhm.
there the PBC or whatever company they used contracted with the satellite providers and with the cable systems on the pay-per-view.
Mhm.
And so that's different because the money then comes directly to either PBC or Tom Brown's company, whichever entity they use,
Mhm.
and that helps pay the expenses of the fight.
Sure.
But nobody, that's different
Mhm.
from what's happening here.
Mhm.
Here, the zone pays Canelo and figures out how to get back some of its money.
Okay.
And the promoter has no say in it.
Okay. Okay. So if you're picking, so let's stay with the home team so you can use I. So if you're looking at Crawford's next opponent, you go to ESPN and say, I want this fight. ESPN say, no, I want this fight, and then you tell Crawford he's fighting this guy. Is that how it works?
No,
Okay.
no, because I mean, theoretically, it could work that way.
Okay. Gotcha.
But we have a very, very good relationship with ESPN where they look at us as their boxing experts.
Gotcha.
And when we go to them and say Crawford or Shakur or Teofimo Lopez is fighting X,
Mhm.
they have never once in all these years said, no, let him fight Y.
Okay.
Never, ever.
Okay.
I mean, theoretically, I guess they could do it, but they've never done it.
So who picks Crawford's and Shakur's fights? You or Brad
No,
Trampler? I forget the
no.
guy's
What
names.
happens? What happens is that we, let's say Shakur, we, in conjunction with his manager James Prince,
Mm-hmm.
and with in consultation with Coach K, who's the trainer,
Sure.
and the kid,
Mm-hmm.
we talk about an opponent, and then and only then do we present it to ESPN.
Okay. Okay. You want to take?
ESPN has no input in selecting the opponent.
Mm,
Theoretically, they could reject the
okay.
opponent, but they never have.
Okay.
But the and then with Crawford, it would be in consultation with Crawford, with Bomac, and our people,
Mhm.
and then and only then would we present it to ESPN.
Okay. Okay.